If you have ever pulled a long dress out of your closet, looked in the mirror and thought, "This is drowning me," stay right here, because today I am handing you 5 tricks that change everything. Not tips you have heard 100 times. Real tricks. The kind that make people stop you at the grocery store and ask where you got your dress, even though you have had it for 3 years. Here is something nobody tells you about long dresses after 60. The dress is never the problem. The way you are wearing it is. And once you see what I am about to show you, you will never look at a long dress the same way again. Welcome back to Timeless Style for Women. I am so glad you are here today because this is one of those topics that comes up in my messages every single week. So many of you have told me you love the elegance of a long dress, but you are scared of it. You are scared it will make you look shorter, heavier, older, or like you are wearing a costume instead of an outfit. I understand that fear completely, because I have felt it too, standing in a fitting room convinced that a beautiful dress simply was not made for a body like mine. But here is what changed everything for me, and what is about to change everything for you. By the end of this video, that fear is gone. Stick around till the end because trick number 5 is the one that gets the most compliments of all, and I promise you it takes less than 30 seconds to do. Before we start, let me ask you something. Think about the last time you saw a woman in a long dress and thought, "She looks absolutely stunning." Chances are it was not the dress itself that caught your eye first. It was something about how she carried it. That is exactly what we are unlocking today. Let's get into trick number 1. Trick number 1 is called the vertical line secret. Most women think a long dress needs to be plain and straight to look slimming. That is actually backwards. What makes a long dress look elegant instead of shapeless is a strong vertical line running down the middle of your body. This can come from a row of buttons, a center seam, a long open cardigan worn over the dress, or even a thin belt worn slightly loose and low instead of tight at the waist. That single vertical line pulls the eye up and down instead of side to side, and it is the difference between a dress that hangs on you and a dress that flatters you. Next time you put on a long dress, stand in front of the mirror and ask yourself, "Where is my vertical line?" If you cannot find one, add a long necklace, an open jacket, or a scarf that falls straight down the center. This one small shift is why some women look like they stepped out of a magazine in the exact same dress that looks ordinary on someone else. I want you to picture 2 women standing side by side, wearing the exact same navy blue long dress. One has nothing else on, just the dress. The other has a long thin pendant necklace resting down the center of her chest. I promise you your eye goes straight to the second woman, and she looks taller, sharper, and more put together, even though the only difference is one small piece of jewelry. Here is something interesting. This trick actually works because of how our eyes are trained to read height and proportion, something fashion stylists have used for decades in tailoring for tall models on runways. You are simply borrowing their secret and using it in your everyday life for free, with things you probably already own. Trick number 2 is the belt placement rule, and this one surprises almost everyone. We are taught from a young age that a belt goes at the waist. But after 60, your natural waistline is not always the most flattering place to cinch a dress. The trick is to lower your belt slightly, resting it just above your hip bone instead of your belly button. This does 2 things at once. It elongates your torso, and it creates a soft, relaxed drape in the fabric above it, instead of a tight, uncomfortable pull. If you have ever put on a belted long dress and felt like it made your middle look shorter or wider, this is exactly why. Move that belt down just an inch or 2 and watch the entire silhouette change. You do not need an expensive belt for this either. A simple fabric or leather belt in a color close to your dress works best, because it should support your shape, not steal attention from it. Save the bold, contrasting belts for dresses that are already fairly simple, so the belt becomes a feature instead of a distraction. And if you are someone who avoids belts entirely because you think they are not for you, I really want you to try this lower placement before giving up on them for good. It is a completely different experience. Quick question for you, and I want you to actually answer this in the comments. When you wear a long dress, do you usually go sleeveless, short sleeve, or long sleeve? I ask because trick number 3 is going to change how you answer that question forever. Trick number 3 is about sleeves, and it is called the 3/4 rule. Full long sleeves on a long dress can sometimes feel heavy and formal, almost like you are dressed for church every day, even when that is not the occasion at all. Sleeveless can feel too exposed for some women, especially in cooler months or in more conservative settings, or simply because that is not where you feel most confident. The sweet spot that flatters almost every arm shape after 60 is a 3/4 length sleeve, one that ends somewhere between your elbow and your wrist. This length shows just enough skin to feel light and youthful, while still offering coverage and comfort. It also visually shortens the distance your eye travels down your arm, which makes your whole frame look more balanced and proportionate. If your dress does not have this sleeve length built in, you can recreate it easily with a thin cardigan pushed up slightly at the wrist, or a wrap top layered underneath, or even by simply folding a long sleeve up twice. This is the kind of detail that stylists charge people money for, and I am giving it to you for free right now, no appointment necessary. Let's pause here for a second because I want to tell you something important. Fashion after 60 is not about hiding. It is not about covering up and disappearing into fabric, and it never should be. It is about directing attention exactly where you want it to go. Every trick in this video works because it controls where the eye lands. That is the entire secret of elegant dressing at any age, and once you understand it, you will start seeing it everywhere, in magazines, in movies, even in the way certain women just seem to glow no matter what they wear, without ever looking like they tried too hard. Trick number 4 is the shoe and hem relationship, and this is the one most women get completely wrong without even realizing it. A long dress touching the floor with flat sandals can sometimes look unfinished, like the outfit stopped halfway through getting ready. But the same dress with a small heel, even just an inch or a pointed flat shoe, suddenly looks intentional and pulled together. The rule is simple. The longer your dress, the more your shoe needs to create a visible break at the ankle. This does not mean you need to wear uncomfortable heels, and please do not force yourself into anything that hurts your feet just to look a certain way. A block heel, a low wedge, or a pointed mule all do the job perfectly while keeping you comfortable all day. If you truly need to wear a flat sandal, and there is nothing wrong with that at all, then lift your hem slightly with a simple, inexpensive alteration so your ankle shows. That small sliver of visible ankle is what keeps a long dress from swallowing your whole frame and making your legs disappear into the fabric. And now, trick number 5, the one I promised you at the beginning. This is the fastest trick on this list, and it might be the most powerful one of them all. It is called the shoulder reset. Before you leave the house in your long dress, stand tall, roll your shoulders back and down, and lift your chin just slightly. That is it. That is the trick. Here is why this matters so much. A long dress has more fabric than almost any other garment you own, and fabric follows posture. When your shoulders round forward even slightly, the dress collapses inward and adds visual weight everywhere, making even a beautifully designed dress look tired. When your shoulders are back and open, the same exact dress falls straight down and schemes your body instead of clinging to it. I have seen women transform an outfit from frumpy to stunning in literally 3 seconds, just by changing how they stand in it, nothing else. Try this the next time you wear a long dress. Shoulders back, chin slightly up, and walk into the room like you already know you look incredible. Because after everything we just covered, you do. So let's bring it all together because I know that is a lot of information and I want you to actually remember it. Trick 1: find or create your vertical line using jewelry, a scarf, or an open layer. Trick 2: lower your belt to rest just above your hip bone instead of your natural waist. Trick 3: aim for 3/4 sleeves whenever you can, either built into the dress or recreated with a layer. Trick 4: match your hem length to a shoe that creates a visible ankle break, without ever sacrificing your comfort. And trick 5: reset your shoulders every single time before you walk out that door because posture is free, and it might just be the most powerful accessory you own. None of these tricks require you to buy a new wardrobe. None of them require expensive tailoring or a personal stylist. They simply require you to look at the dresses you already own with new eyes, and maybe a small adjustment here and there. I want you to try just one of these tricks this week, only one, and I want you to tell me in the comments which one made the biggest difference for you. Was it the belt? The sleeves? The shoulder reset? I read every single comment, and honestly, hearing your stories is my favorite part of making these videos, because that is really what this channel is about, all of us figuring this out together. If this video gave you even one new idea about the long dresses sitting in your closet right now, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. This channel is built for women exactly like you. Women who are not interested in chasing trends, but who want to look effortlessly elegant at every age, especially now. New videos come out regularly, covering everything from color choices to haircuts to the small styling secrets that make the biggest difference. And I promise you, the next one might be exactly what your closet has been waiting for. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Go pull that long dress out of your closet, try these 5 tricks, and get ready for the compliments coming your way. I will see you in the next video.